And welcome back to Getting Work. It's your boy Jared. I'm hanging out here with my boy Ian. It's Saturday night.
Heck yeah. How's the week? How'd the week treat you, man?
It's next week's Hell Week.
Oh, right.
So I won't be around Tuesday.
Long stream tomorrow night then, right?
I wish.
He's like, I would much prefer that.
I'd much rather do that. 24-hour marathon stream. Let's go.
Yeah, there you go. Let's roll. Let's do this. We do need honest. Okay. You say that we need to do. I don't know about 24 hours.
Oh, hell no.
I mean, yeah, that's, you know, we both have families, etc.
Yeah.
No, that wouldn't work. But maybe an extended one where even if we're tagging in and out at times, maybe we'll try to do that one time.
That's probably the beauty of it.
Yeah.
We could do kind of a break up break it up and then, you know, tag in, tag out, and then work out like a good time where we could get on at the same time and finish it up.
Maybe we start at the same. We start it together, like, oh hey, yeah, for
sure,
30 minutes, hour, whatever, and then you dip out. We go through. Yeah, we'll have to do that.
Yeah, we can figure that out.
So
now the trick is to find a good time to do it.
Exactly. I would say the summer, but that at the same time I don't know, because that would mean your house is a lot more full than it would normally be during the day.
Well, it depends. Now, one thing,
this is a random conversation here.
I know they are doing like different little camps and stuff during the summer. One of them at the end of last week of July is a sleepaway camp, so they won't be here at all.
Oh,
so then it'd just be a matter of like finding like a day I could do it. So we'll have to figure that out.
Honey, why don't you go out with the girls? It's a great day for you. She'd be like, what are you up to?
All right, let me go ahead and get us to the split since we're mucking around with these beetles and stuff.
Oh, right. Yeah, so we're gonna pick up where we left off with our combo, the Mauler and the Veil Walker.
They're pretty nasty.
Yeah, I mean, especially once I think we're kind of the grind area. I mean, right now that's just where we're at. But I'm looking forward to seeing just how this one turns out by the time I get some good gear and weapons and figure out how to play as them, etc. We have killed at least 10, haven't we?
Yeah.
Did we get that over here? You know, I don't even remember where we got this.
Yeah, it's across the bridge and into the left. We should be able to turn it into the...
We had bounced around to a bunch of different spots. So wait a second. Was that... Where did I pick this quest up at?
Yeah, we're just starting up this level range. Let's see... Slayer's Guild. There he is.
Knocking on the door. Ding.
Like 0.2 away.
We must be right on the same.
Maybe? Yeah.
I think we're right on the same clip.
Yep. Now that could be pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll have to try that. We'll play a bunch of randomness. Like, it may not even be the same game.
That's what I was say. We probably should switch it up just to break it up and kind of...
For our own sake.
Pick up the monotony. Yeah. All right. Sneaking what we need is some kind of a tank and a bard
with us.
Yep.
Yeah. Bards heal. That's right.
Yeah, bards can heal.
I always forget what. There's something that I always assume bards can do that they can't do, and I can't remember what that is. But there's something that I always like. Oh yeah, they can do that, and they cannot do that.
Is it charm pets?
Maybe it might be. It might be that. Yeah, it's something that minstrels must be, but it might be charm pets. But
Yeah.
It's one of those things I don't think about until I'm just like, oh yeah, we have a bard. It does, and everybody goes.
Or stealth. They can't do like they can't do the stealth or like the climb walls or stuff like that.
Yes. Yeah. I'm always assuming that they can because they're a part of that class.
Yeah, it's weird. All three of them start from three completely different lines, whereas yeah, you have a bit more of a rogue start back when you used to have those original, like the first when you started as a fighter or a rogue or a magician or whatever it was. Yeah, you had that. Once they went away with that, then it stopped making as much sense for people who didn't play it, because you'd start as either a fighter for a scald, basically whatever the healing base class would be in HIB, and then whatever, like I think it was the rogue as a minstrel.
Yeah,
so you get some of that base
was the one
stuff.
that always basically, speedster is like the minstrel, which they are not.
No. Yeah, which also kind of speaks to how intricate the class system in this game actually
It
is,
really is.
given the
Exactly.
combinations of stuff, especially with the time though. I mean, think about 2001 starting out. A lot of that stuff carried through from the very beginning.
Right.
Balance tweaks aside, a lot of that stuff carried across, and so you have sort of like some of the differences. Okay, which class has endo, which class has power, which class has speed, which class, and you have to kind of work up your class makeup, your group makeup based on who had what.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah,
that, right. No, completely.
It's a little bit different now since they've extended out what classes get that top end speed.
Sure, yeah.
So it helps it out a little bit, especially now with the it's made the mid healer a little bit closer to a HIB bard, in the sense that you have the highest end speed, you have I believe they do, but then you also have the the mez and the ability to heal. The only big difference is that, bard can spec in weapons.
Right. You can have a battle bard.
Could,
Actually, I've heard battle bards are pretty cool.
Well, yeah, I think it totally depends on, what you're looking to do. Because you could pretty much just mez the whole room and then pick people off.
Right.
Depending on what people have for a purge and stuff like that. But especially if you want to like solo and say DF back in the day. But see, that's where like minstrels were nasty, because they didn't have like the AoE insta mez, but they at least had stealth, so they could get in position somewhere kind of back behind a group that's leveling up and stuff like that, so they're paying attention to what's going on in front of them. They can kind of sneak around you, and then when they fire off the song, stealth pops, but by the time anybody would actually pick up what's going on, everyone's mezzed if it hits. And so, and you could have like a Highlander in chainmail, with a sword, and stealthing in and then can just mess up the whole group with a potentially pretty hefty pet, in tow,
that you've gone down deep, and you could twist the song so that you could have a, was it red? Could you get a red pet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd twist it up with a red. That's what I was like waiting
tough.
for, like when
it was
the.
always kind of a gamble.
Oh yeah, that was a pain in the ass. You always had to worry.
I never even tried because I think I want to say it was Booth Guard, but I played the minstrel, and I think I tried it one time, and that thing kept switching where it was sometimes it's like, nah, I can't deal with that. I don't. Mm-mm.
And in DF2, I would say probably if you're doing like the stealther type of move, I'd probably hold off. Maybe if you have everyone mezzed up and you're in a good position, and you have something around you that you could charm, then do it then, and then sick it on somebody while you're finishing off one person while the pet's on somebody else, and basically just take, you get out the healer and then just go from there. But yeah, they could be. I remember being on other realms and having a minstrel just come in and just freaking obliterate everything.
Yeah, I have to.
It's
been a while since I played. I don't think I've played a minstrel.
They're highly overrated. They're just so highly overrated.
I don't think that, because I didn't play any. I wanted to start one during not Celestius, I keep messing that up. Caldonia. I wanted to start one, but I'm not good enough playing them to be a minstrel in Caldonia, where everybody's expecting you to be like full Mezzer.
Sure.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. For some reason, my microphone just decided it was time to cut off. Not really sure how that worked. I didn't even know there was an off button. There's not, actually. Well, technically, I can mute, but it wasn't muted. I mean, it was just off. I was talking up a storm over here, too. Really deep thoughts. Tons of deep thoughts. Lots of them. World-altering thoughts, really. Oh, well. I had to leave that to our buddy who owns Tesla.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure I could hear you. Majority of, yeah.
Because all of a sudden I couldn't hear anything at all.
Oh.
It was like, all right.
So do you have your earphones plugged right into the mic itself? Maybe something might have just.
Well, the light on my mic itself, little. I can't remember if you have the same one as me anymore, but I have a little white circle
around the button,
around the button that I can mute and unmute, volume, stuff like that. It was just off. Hey. No light, not white or red, just off. So I pressed it again. It was like, oh, yeah, what's up?
And this is pertaining to.
You got one job. One job.
I know one thing that I need.
First, my lights cut out. Then the microphone cuts off. Oh well. Nine. Over here and level up, and then get some training here.
Oh heck yeah.
I would like leveling to be somewhere slightly between the two places we're in right now. So on live, I think it's a little too fast. Live, I think it's too fast.
Sure. Sure.
You can just it's too fast. And here it's a little slow. So it's like this, especially because you can't get a group more than 2 people. I think that's what plugs my nerve on this one.
Well, and like some of like this one, I think, yeah, max group size 5, but you can't get like a full group, and there's that bonus that you'll get if you have 2. So yeah, right. The killing can get a little bit slower, depending on what you're running.
And it could be just that. It happens to be the 2 that we're running, though we do kill pretty quickly.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I think it's just that it's 2, because I think these 2 hit we slap pretty damn hard.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's just more a matter of, it's just 2 versus a full group burning through stuff.
Right.
And again, having a tank just kind of being the sponge and not having to worry about resting as much, because then you probably have a healer taking care of that part. Just,
Yeah. Rib cracker. All right, so I have the opening of heart stop. We will see how this goes. Let's do anything special. No. All right. I've got a follow up to my heart stop attack.
Oh, nice.
That I think their wording. I still say their wording is off.
Right.
Look, you drop your weapon, it does damage to you. Why would you ever use this skill? It's the worst skill ever. Alright, so my weapons are red now. These are yellow. Seven. There we go.
Yeah, the combo's nasty. So right now, your heavy hitter still from the front, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I now
have a follow-up to that.
Right.
So, yeah.
And I still have my side. I still have a follow-up coming for that, which should be pretty nice. But now I also have just got my 2-hit combo for the back.
Oh, nice. I saw you go around behind that.
Yeah,
one.
that's why I was trying it out. Seems to hit pretty hard, so.
Nice. We're picking up a little speed now. Of course, they're also yellow as opposed to red.
Exactly.
Little stuff like that.
Yep. Yeah, I got on the back, it's the target moves 40% slower. And then the other one's just a heavy hitter. And then my side one,
how are you
slaps
doing
pretty hard.
Armor at the moment. I got some arms if you need it.
Okay, let me see here. Yes, I do. Right now, it looks like I need gloves, arms, and body. And then I'll be in good shape.
I gave you legs just a minute ago, right?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. That.
They are not. Oh, thank you. Do I have? Yeah, I need some. I've got a hat. I've got boots, and I think that's it. I've got gloves. Okay, so I've got the right side. The left side I don't have.
Okay, pick that out. And let me see here. So you need body, sleeves. Okay.
Thanks.
I don't have that yet, but
no worries.
Keep an eye out.
Yeah, they've been pretty reserved. Let's put it like that.
Yeah.
Cheap. Jokers are cheap.
Yeah.
Not reserved. They're cheap. Yeah, they've been handing out fist wraps like it's going out of style, but that is it. All right. Let's roll. Quick.
Yep.
Did I tell you, all of a sudden we started watching Attack on Titan?
Yeah, you were talking about it last time.
Yeah. We're up to season 3. Which is
nice.
3, so.
Yeah, I need to finish season 3, and I think there's like 2 more seasons after that. Something like that.
Only one that is animated or on TV. You can watch it. The 5th one isn't animated yet.
Okay.
Which is a little bit of information that he neglected to tell me prior to me starting said TV show. So, there's easily one thing that it sort of annoys me. I'm like, wait, what do you mean I can't binge watch it? I barely watch live television.
Right.
For this reason.
Yeah.
For this reason. But I want it now. Oh, you goodness, I'm so spoiled now. You remember when we grew up, we didn't have any of that type of stuff.
Oh, no.
Binge watch nothing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you missed a show, then like an episode of a show, then you either just missed it, you have to wait for the rerun, like the seasons come off, and then the reruns hit. Yeah. Or we can catch that, and then everyone else will be talking about it. Like, so I mean, nothing, because you didn't have, like, if you were lucky, you could record it on a VCR tape and then pray that the VHS tape didn't break on you.
It actually worked, and it didn't, Shoot. Not even, and this isn't even that far back, this is in the 2000s. I didn't think I was ever going to see the first episode of Smallville, or the first season of Smallville.
Oh, right.
Never thought I was going to actually see that. Because by the time I remember Smallville, well, not that I remembered it coming on, but it was the point that I actually had cable, I think is what it was. It was some version of that. Basically, when I got to it was like season 3. So it was like, I never see season 1 and 2. Looking back, I didn't miss a lot in season 1 or 2. Actually, 2 wasn't bad. Season 1 was rough.
Yeah.
I was a little too old to be a teenager, so it was like, okay.
quite the demographic.
Well, yeah.
Trying a little too hard to be like Superman iteration of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Pretty much. That was exactly what it was. I have a chess piece if you need it.
Yes. So let me double check. Yes, I do. Yes. Oh, and I got some legs for you. Hey, good timing.
Yep. You don't have a chess piece, do you? I think that's what I'm missing.
I do not yet. Yeah, no. It's like
it's always yeah.
You need
I got everything else now. I got arms. I did get
so
arms.
you need the chest piece. So I'm in the other way. I need arms. That's the only thing I need.
Okay. Of course.
Yeah.
All right.
And by the time I get it, we'll be
on to the next. Yep, pretty much. Because we got to be borderlining on that now. We're at 23.
Yeah, I think we got 2 more levels here.
Okay. Did you see Doctor Strange yet?
I have not seen it yet.
Me either.
Or because it's stuff that's going out into the theaters, it's a little bit tougher for me to get away to see it. Where if it's streaming, it's like I finally got a chance to watch Batman because they finally put it out on HBO Max. Okay, great.
Right,
then I can watch it.
And
so,
what did you think of Batman?
I thought it was pretty damn good. But again, I was also a big fan of the Batman Year 1, Year 2 comic runs.
Yeah, I remember those.
And so this is, what's cool about this is like this is Batman before he became,
he figured it all out.
Yeah, exactly. And he was very much, yeah, he's not Batman yet. Like you can tell he's got the skill. You can tell he's a little cosplay. A little bit. But, basically other than the fact that he can pretty much, whoop people's ass, which you pretty much kind of need Batman to be able to do, because otherwise it's not quite Batman. But he's still, and he had some pretty slick moves.
He also got speed up too.
Yeah, a lot more than And he's still trying to get everything together so that he's getting his lumps and learning his lessons. So that's how he knows how to. That's why he's so prepared.
Right.
Because typically, you
don't get the drop on him.
Yeah. And he's like, oh crap, I need it. It's kind of like, okay, like the very first time you ever go camping. If you're smart, you're going to walk away with a list of shit that you need for the next time you go camping.
Tense.
Yeah, exactly. Although, one thing I will say, this has got to be by far my favorite iteration of the Batmobile. That Batmobile was freaking fire. It was an old, like, Dodge Charger. Body like an old school, like a 79, something like that.
Like it could have run through anything. Not because it had lights, it was shiny. Like it legitimately could have run through a wall.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
probably could have
run through a wall. Yeah, no, I did.
Dude, it looked like he had like the engine from the DeLorean from Back to the Future in the back of it.
It really did.
I mean, like, damn, with like, like
it looked real. As in, if I had extra money and was working on a car, like I could have put that together. I could put together something that would look kind of like that.
Right. Yeah, it didn't have like any of the symbolism or imagery or anything like that. No, it was literally a Charger chassis
black car.
Chopped on top of that massive frame with the giant wheels and literally like, I don't know, like a rocket ship motor on the back of that son of a bitch. I mean,
which, like
but
I said,
yeah, I think it's
you would come up with.
Yeah, it's so I like that. And again, putting it into some of the different runs, there's a mix of like year one, a bit of year two, and then a bit of what they call the long Halloween.
Yes, that's what I was trying to think of it. Yeah,
because it had like the well, basically, other just the fact that it just started with Halloween, but also a couple of the story beats, a couple of the bits and pieces to it. I think it could have been about a half an hour shorter.
That was my issue with this. It seemed like it ended a couple of times.
Right.
You know, as we
sure.
how
you could have
describe it was like, okay, we're still going. All right, we're still here. We're here. Light still.
It's like one of those things. I think they could have either just what they really should have done was they could have either just chopped it by like 30 minutes, or if you really wanted to get into that, there's like other areas that you probably could have explored and then maybe broken it up into like two-hour movies.
Yeah.
You know, and even if you did like 4 hours, and maybe if you did them relatively closely, maybe did this like one in the summer and then one kind of in that prime kind of Christmas time frame, you know, a shorter, you know, break in between, and had something like that where then you'd have even more time to kind of flesh out the story a little bit more if you really wanted, because it seemed like they really were having a little bit of a struggle really piecing out how to trying to piece out how to really tell this story, and it seemed like they
wanted all, but not.
Yeah, they had a lot more than they could have, that they did say in it, and maybe they'll do like an extended cut of it, and it might be able to help flesh it out a little bit more. But again, kind of at that point, it's like, well, now you're getting in the Lord of the Rings territory here.
Yes.
And now it's like and it's one of the things too is like the pacing. You know, it's some of the pacing in certain aspects sort of kind of drop off a bit, but
and it's always tough with that. So you were talking about doing where you split it up into two movies. The downside of that, I think that's pretty much what they did with The Matrix in 2 and 3. It just felt like that, and it always seems you get this. It's like the opposite of what I was just talking about earlier when I was like, we're still going. It's more like, okay, we're settled. We're done.
We're done.
Wait, what? What was? We just stopped there, but not really a cliffhanger per se. It's just kind of an odd place.
It's a double-edged sword there too. And it seems to me like, at least with this iteration of it, they probably could have cut 20 to 30 minutes off of it to help kind of keep the pacing right and help to kind of figure out. I'd almost have to watch it again to really kind of get like my opinion as to what it would be, right?
Yeah.
But somewhere, somehow.
I'll say, weirdly enough, that seemed to drown on a bit, like you said. But I didn't have the same issue when it came to. So, what did you think of Zack Snyder's Justice? Did you ever watch that?
I did. Okay. I actually was kind of one because I was thinking about that, and I was even thinking about like the Lord of the Rings in the sense that I didn't really feel like the three. I mean, you're looking at like 3-hour movies, and to be honest, I can sit there and watch all 3 of them, you know. But there was so much material to work off of Whereas this, you're building off of things, but you're not necessarily telling the exact story.
Sure.
I mean, it didn't. I mean, even the movies weren't exactly 100% to the books, but you had so much material to work off of with Tolkien stuff. You had so much material.
Oh, sure.
It was just dumb. So it really wouldn't have been that tough to piece together, 9 hours, and that's just on the first trilogy. Then you had like The Hobbit, and there's just so much there. Which do you need still? A chess piece.
Chess piece.
Okay, I do have
chess
one.
piece.
I have one.
Good time. We're just about done with these guys.
Yeah, exactly. Won't be completely.
Did you need anything?
I just need sleeves.
I do not have that. I have just about every other piece.
I'll.
Do you need a scythe?
Nope. Good there. Just sleeves. I even have a couple like a war scythe, and I have a swift. Well, they have balanced, but then they also have war versus swift. So you have one that's a bit slower that hits harder, and you have one that's faster.
Okay.
I don't know if the fist wraps have the same kind of thing.
I've only seen combat so far, so.
Yep, I have a balanced
fist wraps.
No. I have a balanced swift scythe right now. I was running a balanced war scythe, but it was one of the things I felt about it was too slow. So okay. I'm going to try the swift one now. The fist wrap weapons. Let me double check because I have a combat. You have 2 combats.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I've seen a balanced.
They may not have it.
It does make sense. You're wrapping your fist. Balance isn't really a strong suit at any point.
Oh no. The movie The Three Amigos was also a 6-hour movie, but they wanted to show it with 3-part movie with 2 hours per movie. That is why they titled it Three Amigos, like 3 movies. Like, was the plan to just do 1 amigo per movie?
Just one per. Steve Martin he only was contracted for 1, so.
And he wouldn't work with Martin Short.
That was it. I would not be on the set with him. I had to deal with him on Saturday Night Live. I would not deal with him again. What's going on?
Yeah, how's it going, buddy?
Is DA Guild? Can't remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just Guild.
Yeah.
We are 25. We started at 20, a little bit an hour ago. Not even an hour.
Alright, we'll roll through these much quicker now.
Oh yeah.
In fact, I'm surprised we can still fight these, to be perfectly honest.
Oh, and get credit, yeah. I think it'll be 26 where it drops off completely, if I'm not mistaken. I bet that's going to be far away.
Yeah. You saw him trying to make a break for it.
Yay. Heals.
Yeah, that's pretty much been the only...
I was going to say, the only thing that slows things down.
I eventually have to take a knee. I don't know if he was just wandering up that... Oh, he was just wandering. You moved. You I didn't like the way he moved slightly.
Bug eyes looking at me funny. I know what's going on there.
I wasn't sure what was happening, so. 9 and 10. Thank you, volunteer. There we go. Is that 10 for you? DA actually probably is one more.
At least.
I thought he was one behind. I killed one and then invited him.
Okay, yeah, he just hit 10.
Nice.
Get everybody hop on the back of DA's wolf. You train him to do that, right, DA? You can just ride on the wolf's back and just.
Let me keep picking it, so that's usually I'm gonna sell some stuff while I'm over here.
Oh yeah.
Arrow merchant. You have everything, right? I know I've asked you that every third.
The only thing I'm still missing sleeves, but let me double check. Make sure I didn't luck out and pick something up. I did not.
Alright, so level
20. Okay, actually, 25. I lied. I have.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Hey.
Did you get credit for that one? I was
actually,
trying to see it.
Actually did.
Nice. I was trying to see if you would get credit. Like, let me see if I can get it back over there real quick. Seemed like we should be close enough. That's what. But it's weird where they cut the zone sometimes.
One more. Yay. Easy peasy.
All right, all right, all right. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
That's the cap for me.
Yeah, you have to pop out.
Yep.
Because
naturally, that's good logic there.
Yeah. I'll invite you back. Okay. Train real quick.
Well, DA, did you turn yours in? Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to because he's 25.
Oh crap! Yeah. Drop out. This is just silliness.
It just makes no sense. I'm trying to figure out what I should do with power strikes. So my aura manipulation. I've been kind of keeping it close to my main. So it's fist wraps first. I keep it on level, and then aura manipulation. I'm at 20. Well, 21. Being level 26, but my power strikes is way back now. It's back at 7. Trying to figure out where I need to, what balance I need to bring to those, if any. I mean, I may be just on the right path too.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to remember. I want to say, I think, yeah, it's like, because you have what, magnetism and aura manipulation, and then you have power strikes. And I think, depending on how you want to go with it, since you're doing more melee, I think it's what, aura manipulation that gives you the health steal and other things on there. Let me look here.
What I've gotten from it. It's like buffs, basically. And the gift of something. Speaking of buffs, I haven't actually turned them in or put them on. Probably helps if I cut those on. Or maybe...
Now looking at the handy dandy spec helper on the official Dark Age Discord. It's saying like 50 fist, 50 magnetism.
Really? I hadn't been in that at all. Alright, so what am I
Which
getting?
I wonder, I wonder if that's more because I think that's sort of more like your, will become like your Reaver, or like, kind of like Ors, almost like a Reaver has, where you can have it just based on like a PB AoE off of you.
Mm-hmm.
Short range, not as like a big of a range, just say like an ice wizard, but closer to like a Reaver.
Whoever did the writing of the spells for this wrote it in
Esperanto.
Yeah. It's written more for the perspective of the person getting hit with it.
Right.
Because, like, you are rooted in place. Why would I ever use that skill? That's a terrible skill. I am rooted in place, not the target. And the thing is, it's not all of them. Sometimes it's written correctly. Like the target, this does this, this does that. Blocks 7 damage and returns 7% to the caster's power. Reduces cast speed by 20. Yeah, I haven't done any magnetism. Looks like I've got this cone where I can root things.
Yeah, you have a unbreakable speed decrease, pulsing snare, pulsing cast speed debuff, a damage to power insta, a root EBOAE Insta Root. That's okay. So, I mean, I can see where you have quite a bit of utility there, especially if you want, because you also get Stoicism and Tireless. So you could be, if you wanted to, you could run like almost kind of like a Blade Master, you know, out in RVR and be kind of going out trying to get through the back line, put a whole bunch of, you know, run points into debt and purge. And I don't think you'll probably won't get you don't get charge, which would help, but with Stoicism and purge, like some Stoicism is a base thing. You don't have to put run points into it,
right?
And then
kill these, I forgot.
well, I wanted are you still getting credit if we're in the group with you?
I don't think so. I think if we gather him up, he can hit each one.
Okay, he said nope. Okay.
Yeah. So we have to jump out. I think we did this before, right? So basically, we'll jump out of group with, or I guess he could have jumped out of group with us. I'm gonna go and hit all of them, or hit a few of them here, and DA should just be able to smack
damage them. Yeah.
Are you getting credit now? I don't know what number that is.
Hey, what's up, Seth?
Hey, man. What's going on?
Okay, so he's at 8.
8. Alright. It should be 9 and 10. I think I saw the wolf run off to a different direction.
Oh, watching 274 UFC. How'd that go? Let's get the man back. Maybe one more run like that.
I was gonna say,
Tops, and that'll do it.
Which
Depends on,
half he was on. That.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, Esparza and Oliveira. Nice.
Okay. Is that 26?
Yep. Now we can all get back together.
All right.
Now we need to find out where we need to go.
Yay! Oh.
Do we need to go back to...
We can go to...
Was it North Camelot to talk to the dude?
LB. Log Dirge. If I'm saying that right.
Is that where the guy is that'll give us the name of the person we need to talk to?
This is level 20.
Oh, it's already in our
to
journal.
27. Level 20 to 27 or level 20. Actually, I'd like a level 20 to 29.
Oh, so Tyrannambio. That is, yeah, go to Loder. That's yeah, that's the one that's like south of Magmel. Yeah.
Do we have a porter here? All right.
Everything but a porter.
Exactly. All right. Well, we'll sprint across here.
Okay. Hold up. I'm gonna catch up to you real quick. I'll be. Got it.
You've got 2 empty halves of coconut and you're banging them together.
I'm gonna have to get some coconuts just for this reason.
I just wish you would let me do it while I was running the emote, the Monty emote.
Yeah. Like the that one mob that was chasing us.
Oh, dude, yeah, I know. He literally had the coconuts. I was just doing the animation of it. We'll get to see more Elden Ring Chronicles. I mean, I'll bust it out. I've been messing around with it as I've had time. I understand quite a bit more now. That was my first day playing it. Like the first hours of playing it was on stream. I had gotten on, played for about an hour, less than an hour, just to kind of get my bearings, so at least I wasn't completely flubbing up my controller. Trying to just kind of get some of that muscle memory built in before I hopped on stream, and that was it. So
that's fun though. See, I like doing that. I like doing the, you know what? We're all gonna see it together. This is what's happening.
Pretty much. Probably dead to the world. You smoked for the first time in a year about an hour ago. Yeah, that's bad when you start busting out the... And I guess it depends on what kind of smoke you're talking about too, because... So, Tyrannambio, there we go. All right.
Come talk to this guy right here.
Yeah.
We got some wolfies.
Okay. The medical. There you go. Yeah, that'll at least help you, Yeah, exactly. Cataracts are acting up.
Cataracts are kicking in, man.
Just a little something for my cataracts.
Just a little something. Can we kill these?
Maybe. We can try. They're orange, so... Should be.
Well, I mean, as in, do they count towards...
That's what I know.
Yeah. Oh, there's a red wolf. No, it's these.
Yep. Well, didn't get a credit for it.
No, but this is a red. This is different.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
I see. So you're not responsible for how you're about to be.
Huh.
I didn't get credit for that either.
All right. Perhaps I should read large wolfhound. Large red wolfhound. Okay. I know over this hill and through the woods, grandmother's house is over there. So.
Oh, well, that's where you get to the big bad wolf. Okay, there we go.
The big bad wolf is. So.
Yeah. So. Makes sense.
See.
It all just ties together,
Here they are. We got 2. Are you okay one-on-one?
I am, but I'm also going to try and kill fast. Just going to get on the one that you have so we can get it faster. And then, because
just trying to get our system down.
Yeah. As long as it doesn't mess with DA, then it's good.
Yeah.
Speaking of, let me put protect on DA. There we go. Let me cast that. Okay.
There's 3. Ah, there you are. Have you added some new songs?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I don't remember these songs. I like it.
Yeah, this is, every time I find some other kind of, at least supposed to be non-DMCA,
Yeah, well, that's always the...
I just toss it in there. Well, and some of it, the issue is, you know, whether it's...
Maybe it started out as such.
Does true as a start out? Well, does it start out and maybe the license dropped, or did is it like allowed like through Twitch but not YouTube?
Yeah.
It's got to get added in.
I'm not paying attention to how many we've actually killed. I don't think it's 10.
Yeah, probably not 10, but we're getting there.
I think around 8.
That's 8. That's
exactly.
8. Yep. Yeah, I couldn't remember if that last one before that last one was 6 or 7.
Gotcha. Where are you at, Wolfie? There you are.
Then killed them. We done killed them all.
Killed him.
Killed them.
Killed it. Hey. Disrespectful. Turn your back on me. Again, where's Nicki Minaj? You know who that is. We got...
Oh, yeah, hold up. Okay.
Oh, we got all kinds of...
That's okay, we got this.
We may get a really fast track back to where we...
No.
No, come back here. I'm gonna let you round them up. I'm gonna try to pick off at least one of these jokers.
Yep. Okay, we got the wolves at least.
Yeah. That's what I was like, wait a second, I know I'm at
Just
about
at least
10.
get the wolf. At least get the wolf and then we're good.
Where are you at? Alright, that's one. Come here.
This is hilarious.
Thing is, I'm just running out of juice to even catch them.
Yeah.
I didn't have the juice to catch them after a while.
Run away! Run away!
Oh well. The one thing I know for sure I need to do.
That's the most foul, cruel, and bad-tempered rodent you ever set eyes on. He's got huge, sharp. He can leap about. Look at the bones. They'll do you a treat, mate.
Oh, yeah? Manky Scots kick.
Alright,
I
let's see.
warned you, but did you listen to me? Oh no, you know, didn't you? Oh, it's just a harmless little bunny, isn't it?
Bunny. I love that part. Oh no, I didn't listen to me, did you?
Where's the...
Oh, did we decide there wasn't one here?
Oh, good God. Okay, hold up.
There's probably one in Nibiru.
We're in... Where are we now? We're not in... Okay, I need to bind there.
Yeah,
okay, I need to
did the same
bind.
thing.
Yeah, there is one. Okay. It's like, wait a minute. Where the hell are we?
I am there.
No. Think.
You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
I use that so often. So very often. I say it slightly differently each time, but I do use it a lot.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Are we ready?
Yep. I set up.
Not going through there. We're going to go around, do this the sensible way like I did before. Assuming I have not gotten myself turned around. I should be heading toward what I believe is the road. Yes, okay. Not you. Nope. Ooh, great.
Get this red taken care of real quick. None of my juice. I think you do.
All right. Wander over here. Ink.
Yep. Oh, I didn't see you said, oh, so you been playing ESO PvP yesterday? I think they bought new servers because there's absolutely no lag in PvP. Yeah, I was lurking your stream last night, Seth, watching a little bit. Okay, we got that one rooted.
Yep. never liked this one. He just hangs out in the middle of the... He always gets too close at the wrong time.
Right.
As a caster by trade, I always like to know where my run route is. Keep that clear always. So I know when I turn around and book it, I can run there. These are definitely harder. Not like terribly, but harder.
Look out, you gotta...
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought I was gonna get a green. Oh crap, too.
Okay, you got coming up here. Let me keep everything off of DA here.
No worries. I seem to have their attention for the moment. DA with the save. Let me get this one to drop. Thank you. Alright. Now refocus. Here we go. Look at me. Look at me there, sunshine. Alright. Take a quick knee.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if we ever actually... You said you did see the... Did we ever talk about the... Shoot, mind blanked on the name. The Justice League Extended Snyder Cut.
Extended Snyder... Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I did. And I think the way... It probably worked out best for me because I couldn't watch it all the way through. So...
You split it up.
I split it up.
I did the same thing. I probably could have, but I just couldn't bring myself to just spending a whole afternoon watching it.
Yeah, yeah.
That was 10, by the way, for me at least.
Yep.
Is everybody else? Okay.
Should be. And I can't remember. I can't remember if it was that weekend last year that I did the brisket, or it was some other long smoke that I had going. So basically, I would watch some of it, and then I'd go tend to things, and then I'd watch maybe like another couple hours of it, and then so I kind of had to break it up, but it probably worked out better that way.
It's a lot to take in if you just watch it
all the way. Yeah. I didn't mind the black and white. I think he made a bad call with the 4:3 aspect ratio. Mm-hmm. He was thinking that because that was IMAX, That's the IMAX ratio, right? But it's like, but people are watching it on 16:9 screens.
Yes.
So it's not the same thing.
Why is it square? I got these two black bars on the side. It's annoying.
Like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Were, like things were like, you know.
I got my old television here real quick.
Exactly.
Right
Stuff
back.
was like breaking. I remember like when things were transitioning from like the CRTs to like the new monitors.
Oh yeah.
And like I remember even like we first got like the first time I had like the wide monitors before Mythic had like set it up so that it would actually scale out. It would look like that. And things like that. Like there's a bunch of other stuff that it just, you know, the newer, you know, kind of the more flat screen type monitors are coming out. And that's 16:9, but the software hadn't caught up yet.
Right.
And so
okay. Back over here.
to me. Okay. All right. Did you catch up on Moon Knight? Are you finished up with Moon Knight?
Yep, I am. What do you think of the end of it?
I've got mixed feelings.
Okay.
I've got mixed
glad to hear
feelings.
you say that because I did too, and I was like, maybe it's just because I don't understand what's going on. Like maybe I missed, like I don't know the mythos and everything.
Again, I think it seemed to me like on one hand there was some parts of the season that sort of drug a bit, and then like this one, like this last episode, between the one previous and this one, I felt that they were trying to cram 3 episodes into 2. And okay. It seemed like, there's some things there that, I would say it probably would have helped to know a bit. You got one right on you. Yep. Some of the back end on it.
Sure.
No, they didn't follow the comics necessarily, but you could see, like, if you knew, then you'd know where they pulled it from.
Right.
Like, the Jake Lockley character who's,
FYI spoilers in case anybody hasn't seen
Well,
it.
that's true. Well, I mean, luckily that in and of itself doesn't tell anybody anything.
Right, yeah.
If they don't know, they don't know, and if they know the comics, they know the comics, and they still...
Sure.
What I was going to say is the Jake Lockley character is different than what they have in the comics.
Okay.
And that's pretty much a given anyway, because if he was anything like the comics, they would have introduced him already. It wouldn't have made sense to hold him off to the end.
All right. Gotcha.
In the comics, he's a cab driver. He's just the street level guy. He's the guy. He's the persona that kind of kicks in and effectively gets kind of the ear on the street.
Okay.
Which obviously is nothing like what we...
No, he's like natural born killer here.
Right. And if you've watched any of the show, then you've seen where there've been points where both Mark and Steven have been like, okay, wait a minute, that wasn't me.
Wait,
no, that wasn't me, so
Yeah.
it had to be somebody else.
How many of these do we have in here? That would be a really,
The other part of it, and this is where I will maybe probably say a bit more spoilery, so just, you're warned.
Yeah.
They actually there was like a brief section where, Khonshu's out, Moon Knight's back, and they're switching back and forth between the two looks the guy with the suit and the mask, and the more true to form version. So Steven's iteration of it on the show is yet again another persona within, like, it's almost like, so you have, you know, Mark Spector, who has DID. Then you have like Moon Knight and Mr. Knight, which again, two completely different, like, people, like two completely different personalities, two completely different approaches to things.
Okay.
Whereas here, it's more of whether it's Mark with the character or Steven with the suit, or Mark with the suit or Steven with the suit.
It's still them, though. It's still
exactly.
Like, yeah.
But
there's not another guy. The
point, the section, the time where it's like, okay, Steven, he's in like the actual like dress suit with the mask, and Khonshu's out, and they're, you know, technically back, and there's kind of a conversation about whether or not they'll, you know, really true to form come back as Moon Knight and all that stuff, because they're saying, you know, we could be out, you know, we could be free of this. And Steven in the suit sits down with like the leg crossed, and he's kind of, you know, kind of talking to him, and Khonshu's like, what are we negotiating here? Right? Yeah. That's the Mr. Knight character. He's a bit more of like a kind of like a consultant to the police type. He's you know, he can fight, but he's a bit more nuanced, and you know, will whereas like the true to form Moon Knight character is going to spend a lot of time talking to you. Mr. Knight might actually give you a chance to have a conversation before he busts your head in. Before he kills you. You know, if he has to. Right. And a bit more like more apt to have like a sit down with somebody.
Which does
and that kind of
make
thing.
Sense how they combine those two guys.
Right,
because of the two of them, Mark's not going to talk to you a whole lot.
No, totally made sense. But even like Mark is is probably the one that's closest to the comic version of the identities, because even like Stephen Grant, so you have to liken it to Batman. Mark is more like Bruce Wayne sitting down in the Batcave. He's not in front of anybody. He's being Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Closer to himself.
Is real.
And then Moon Knight's more like Batman, right?
Right.
Stephen Grant in the comics is more like the rich playboy persona of Bruce Wayne.
Oh, so he's not the...
He's not the... No, nothing like... There is no persona like that in the comics. And then you have the Jake Lockley character again. He's the cabbie. He's driving around. He's on the street. He's akin to the Matches Malone character in Batman, again, which is basically Batman in disguise. He might play like a homeless guy or maybe like a low-level thug type, you know.
Yeah, I forget about that one.
Where he can use it as sort of a way to get information down at the street level that he wouldn't necessarily be able to get otherwise.
Right.
And so it's more like that. So that's where they've definitely played a lot of liberties with the characters they have here. And like I said, like Mark Spector is the closest to the comics out of the three. And then, like I said, then you have like, and then the Moon Knight persona, like when he's in the actual like true Moon Knight. With the hood cape. And the cape and all that. Yeah. That's so those two are fairly on point for the comic books.
Gotcha.
Khonshu's pretty close.
I'm interested to see where they tie this into the universe.
Well, there's a good chance. There's a good chance that this is a one and done.
Okay. Because it didn't feel like it tied in. You know what I mean? Like, unless they do something with it really didn't feel like they tied it in. Unless they do something with Who's the big bad this season? I mean, this phase.
Come on, Kang.
Yeah. Because they show him briefly on one of the kids' backs. The Kang of Egypt. I forget what that. I don't know Kang nearly that well.
I know. Yeah, his pharaoh, who he was, his pharaoh name. Yeah.
Tut or something. I forgot what
it wasn't Tut. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know what you're talking about. It's that. No, because that was like legitimately Kang in ancient Egypt. There's no tie-in to that component of Kang to the modern day. So it'd have to be something like, again, unless they play it off of it, but more than likely, if they were going to tie it into anything, they would. So they've introduced Blade, a new version of Blade.
Did they?
In voice only. If you watch the Internals movie, there's a after credit thing tying that in. But they have the actor identified.
That's what it was. Was that the
probably
one
not? Probably
where the dude from Game of
Thrones.
Yeah,
it's
Black
at the
Knight.
end. He's got the sword, and you hear the voice.
Yeah,
that's Blade.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just the sword, like, had powers.
No, and see, that's the other thing too, because it's like they didn't really do a good enough job of unless you like watching a lot of the inside scoop YouTube stuff.
Right.
You're not necessarily going to catch that.
No.
But anyway, between him, so Black Knight, which would be Game of Thrones boy, which is what they're basically setting him up to be. Blade, also Ghost Rider, and Moon Knight in the comics got together as a group called the Midnight Suns. But that would it would almost seem that if they wanted to try and tie something like that together, that would be what would make sense.
Sure.
But and you never know, they could be doing a misdirect. But Oscar Isaac had said, supposedly there's an interview with him out there where he's saying that MCU currently doesn't have any plans for Moon Knight. Now again, he's saying MCU doesn't currently have any plans for Moon Knight.
Yeah, currently.
Okay, so it's hard to say.
It's not currently planned. It's in the future planned.
Right. But I think, if they bring him back, it'll probably be something in kind of in the mix there somehow, some way. Because they could totally, I mean, the whole thing is like, even with where it is now, they could totally have it, have some kind of setup where Mark and Steven get more control of what's going on,
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so I guess what I'm saying is not likely to be like a season 2 of Moon Knight.
No,
but
no.
Potentially, very speculatively, but potentially something with maybe the Midnight Suns if they wanted to go that route.
It didn't seem like the type of show that would come back. Not for it.
Not compared to the rest. We got DA's pet over here fighting something.
I was more so thinking like the bigger movies, the blockbuster movie type thing.
I think a lot of it, there's going to be maybe some general underlying going through, but a lot of the stuff seemed to be closer to like one and done type things, and then potentially introducing. Yeah, but the rest of them have seemed to be more like WandaVision was a one and done that led into something else. Even Loki the Loki show, as it was put together, could be a one and done as far as like a show goes, like that then in turn leads into like the phase 4 of the movies.
Well,
and then like
I think they have a season 2 lined up for
they
Loki.
might.
I was actually kind of surprised by that, but I meant him leading into something else. Yeah.
So this, no, they didn't really, they didn't really, and especially not overtly, connect it into any of the other stuff.
Sure.
It real, and which is where, again, I think if they were to, it probably makes sense for it to be like the Midnight Suns, like because like the Eternals is kind of a one-off, kind of off on its own compared to the rest of it. They mention pieces of what happened with the Avengers, but they don't tie in any direct way.
It's almost like they answered the big question. Where were y'all when all this other stuff was happening? Oh, we
right.
Yeah, like, but let's just address it by saying we didn't want to be involved.
Well, it's just that's not what they're there for.
Right.
It's not what they're designed for. You also got to understand that they're effectively androids.
Sure.
They're effectively programmed androids with some level of autonomy, which is why they're able to kind of make their own decisions. But as far as they're synthetic beings created by the Celestials for one purpose.
To do X.
Yeah.
Right.
And so,
X.
yeah. And so the idea is that, and this is the whole thing too, is that, you know, basically what would have happened if the one Celestial, Tiamat, that was coming out of the Earth, if the Earth was destroyed, Tiamat would have been born, then those Eternals would have had their memories wiped and reprogrammed.
Right.
And they'd have moved on to the next planet.
Right.
And the reason being is probably because of what happened here, where it was like, okay, if we leave you guys around here too long, then you're gonna start, like, you know,
get attachments and
yeah,
connecting up and right.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you need any of this stuff, if it matters or not. Alright.
Yeah. I haven't gotten a weapon. Yeah, what's up, chat? What's everyone doing tonight?
Where am I at? Did I get turned around? I did.
I think you did, because you've got
we're gonna take a little detour.
Okay. You got a whole chain of mobs.
Coming.
They're fairly far off. They might decide to just say, never mind.
We'll get it. We'll get to the top of this, near the top of this hill.
Yeah, I think
they turned around.
I think so, because they were closer to me than when I just last turned around, so I think we're good now. I was looking at, what happened to Robin? Yeah, I don't know if you read Death in the Family, but Joker busted Robin's skull with a pipe.
Yeah.
So.
Jason Todd, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So depending on which version of Robin you're talking about. Like Death, like, was it Nightwing? He's in, I don't know. It's hard to say. Again, depending on which version of it, he's either in Bloodhaven, or he's still running the Titans, or he's
speaking of
like
Titans,
back in Gotham because Batman's out of the picture, and yeah, and you know, it's like so many different versions of it.
Speaking of Titans, I wonder if I can't remember when that was coming back.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, actually not bad. Is WandaVision any good? So I will say, work your way through the first 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah.
And then it gets crazy good.
Yeah.
The first 3 episodes, especially coming off of Endgame.
Yeah.
and then
like,
seeing what you see, it's like, okay, what in the bloody hell am I looking at?
am I tripping on something? What is going on?
But it does all
it's black and white.
It does all come together. It does all piece together, and it starts to open up quite a bit into what's going on right now in phase 4. So I think all in all, it's a good one to watch. But yeah, you got to kind of get through the first couple episodes.
Well, and it was a little rough for it anyhow because of with COVID. It came out of sequence.
Yeah,
it was supposed to. I think was it Winter Soldier, and I think that was supposed to be the first one of these that came out, or maybe Loki. I can't remember. I want to say it was the Winter Soldier. WandaVision was supposed to be third. I just remember WandaVision was supposed to be third.
Supposed to be the third one.
Mm-hmm. So it being the first one was sort of
kind of threw some stuff off as far as the. I think all in all, though, I think at least they were able to salvage it to where the individual shows were able to run on their own enough to where it was fine.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I didn't have any problem with it.
It didn't really kill it in the sense of, oh, wait a minute, if we didn't have this one. But I think I kind of get that, where I could see where, like, Winter Soldier, Falcon and Winter Soldier could kind of help ground a lot of what was going on. Like that, or either the Hawkeye one, where you kind of get a bit more kind of like, what's normalcy right now? What does that, for the MCU, what does that look like? Because
where's the world at this point?
Yeah, and they're a bit more down home type shows, whereas like WandaVision and Loki are a bit kind of often they're doing their own thing. Especially Loki. I mean
that's
WandaVision as it started, and then it starts to get a bit more grounded as it goes. That's all I'll say.
Is that 10?
That was 9 from me.
Okay. Every time I go to hit it with my big hit, he turns his back.
Turns around.
If I try to hit him with the back style, he turns and faces me. I'm like...
So yeah, that should be 10.
Yeah.
Double check.
What level are we at? 28?
Well, see, somehow you got ahead of me. I don't know.
Okay, it does that some randomness. Weren't we killing the same stuff?
I thought so.
I am just gonna run straight across here. If something attacks us, then we will attack it.
Or we can get to the town and let the guards deal with it.
Either way, yeah.
They're paid. That's what they're paid for, man.
That's right. Give them something to do.
Daggone it.
This is a red badger. You know what I'm fighting now. He hit me too many times. Both times.
I think maybe I know where you got ahead, because you were pulling the mobs to help catch DA up.
Oh, that's right. And we were at a group. That's exactly right.
We're not far off though. There we go.
Just hit
so
there, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, and
I'm not super.
I'm not even one bub in, so
yeah. That's what happened.
That's what it was. You're
now
right.
It makes sense. Wisconsin Badgers. The Golden Badgers. That's Minnesota, though. Isn't that in Minnesota, the Golden Badgers?
Yes. For some reason, I was thinking California. That's the Golden Bears.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I was like,
it's in some place cold.
University of California is Golden something. I played enough NCAA football. I know most of them. there for a while, I could tell you the seating capacity of most of the stadiums.
Oh, good grief. That's when you know you've
Played way too many times.
That's when you play way too much.
It's like the big house was like 106. Because I looked to see which ones at the time. This is probably 20 years ago now. Back when a buddy of mine and I would, I think I probably told you about this. We would pass. This is, you know, the old days where you didn't have the online capability and stuff like that. So we would play a dynasty in college football. And we got to the point where we were creating our own schools and stuff like that. And we'd play a dynasty. We were, you know, a dynasty where we're both in the same one. And we would play through the season, and then we would get to the championship game. Of course, surprisingly, both of our teams always made it to the championship game. And then we would watch. We would like get together and watch like our teams play. So we'd recruit and go through the whole thing. Anyhow, but doing that, that's how we got into knowing like all the stadiums after you've played like 30 straight seasons. I would like to say that's an exaggeration. It is not. It was not. We played. I've forgotten how many seasons we have actually played, and we would restart and have new teams, but we would get together and we would sit there and, like I said, watch the championship game.
Nice.
By the end, we had, you know, we were getting any recruit we wanted. Basically, we were like Alabama. So
The DA would like everyone to know that he knows all the hot dog vendors in every football coliseum. Sir, let me just tell you right now, that's what you call having your priorities in order.
Absolutely. Heck yeah.
Know which one has the best nachos? Which nachos cheese is closer to real cheese as opposed to some yellow, like melted yellow rubbery something or another. Jimmy for the Rams hot dog vendor, Paul for the Raiders, Sal for Green Bay. Yeah, and see, if you know them on a first name basis, then they'll hook you up, you know. Get a little extra chili on your dog, you know. Maybe it's like, okay, I'll give you the day-old nacho cheese, not the week-old nacho cheese.
This is last season's nacho cheese. We had the pandemic year, so we had all this cheese pre-ordered. So I know that was almost 3 years ago. That's not the point. We need to use it.
Yeah. Yes, I know it's not good for them, but it will also never expire.
It would. Think about it. If it lasts forever here, it'll keep them full forever because it will always be in them.
Yeah, 1 sec. What up, what up, what up?
What's good?
How's it going, man?
Hey, man.
We're recovering. I have not been able to move out of my bed this entire day, bro. Literally.
Day. Good Lord.
What y'all been up to?
Not a whole lot. I was gonna say this week was a little crazy as far as work for me, but nothing too awful, earth shattering.
Right.
I got to. How you feel about your Steelers getting Pickett?
I think we're good. I think they'll be a fool to start them this year.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah.
Or at least truly start him, like maybe mid-season type of deal. See how it goes.
Yeah. Just depends on what happens with Trubisky.
I mean, he's a good bridge quarterback.
There's some teams that wish they could have that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Somebody should just sign Cap then, and they'd have a decent quarterback.
By mid-season, I may say that about the Giants.
Yeah, exactly.
We will take the bridge quarterback.
Yep.
Eli, how retired are you?
Well, yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say because he's gotta be done.
Yeah, Eli's.
I mean,
I don't blame him. I would peace out on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys could pick up Baker.
At this point, we need to pick up. Okay, I'm gonna give him his chance. This is my buddy Tim and I always have this argument because both Giants fans. He hates Daniel Jones. Like he hated him when he got drafted. He hated him when he walked across the stage. He hated him the day after. Like he's always hated him because he hated Gettleman. So. Because he hated Gettleman, he had extra hatred toward Jones. Weirdly enough, I've been more patient with Jones because the rest of the team was so terrible. I'm like, if the quarterback can't, they're like, well, he turns the ball over all the time. Well, when he's having to run for his life almost constantly, it's hard to judge a quarterback. Like I would never act like I am a good judge of quarterbacks in any way, shape, or form, but I'm pretty sure you should at least get 2-step drops before ducking. And he wasn't, and that's actually legitimately, I remember several games, I wish it was only one. I remember several games that literally he would get his second foot would hit the ground and he was already moving. Needing to move. It was that people were coming through that quickly. Was that 10?
Get one more just to be sure.
Like I said, I think the biggest thing about Baker though is a lot of people don't give him the credit of he was injured and they forced him to keep playing. Like
right.
There's not much you can do at that point except for say, okay, this is what I get paid for to play, and just you gotta accept the consequences that come with it.
And Jared, as a player, you always want to play. Like,
right?
You
gotta people. Well, and so that's the other thing too. Is I want my players and my medical staff to be arguing with each other.
Yes.
Because I want players that want to play, but I also need people that will protect them from themselves.
They will sit them down and say, "That's great. Yeah. We appreciate your toughness and your dedication to the craft and our team and our organization. Now sit over here and watch." Maybe sit at home. Actually, this game. sit up in the press box, but do not.
Whatever you got to do, but you're not playing because.
Be angry with me. Like,
sure, exactly. Yes, my job is to piss you off in this situation.
Yes.
I'm not here to be your best friend.
Yeah.
And okay, fair enough. Because also, again, the other thing too is that I'm gonna have staff that are gonna be at least a similar mindset, and I'm going to have ones who are going to be a bit more level-headed about it. They're going to be of two minds of it, but ultimately, especially depending on the player, and the investment in them, then I'm gonna want to have people that'll help protect them from themselves. The other thing about especially quarterbacks and things too, my thing is okay. Can the offensive line consistently give the quarterback 4 to 5 seconds?
Right.
On a given play. Because if they can't, if it's more like 1 or 2, and even 3, I mean, okay, you're going to dip into 3s every now and then. That's whatever. But at least on a fairly consistent basis, if that offensive line is not able to, more times than not give that quarterback 4 to 5 seconds, more's a luxury, then you kind of got to account for that when you're looking at the quarterback, because they're not getting the kind of time you know,
basic.
Yeah, just kind of just a base level time frame to do their job.
This is their job.
Really, that's kind of how I look at it. It's, you know, because that's the biggest. I was not like, okay, we need to have. We got to give the pretty boy prick back there 4 to 5 seconds.
Yeah.
4 to 5 seconds. If they get to him in that time of frame, that's on him.
Yeah.
That's on him.
That. Yeah.
Yeah. If they get to him lower than that 4 to 5 seconds, that's on us. If it's past that or around that time, like right at the edge of that 5 seconds, and he hasn't gotten rid of the ball or done something yet, then that's on him.
Yeah.
Because it's his job to figure out what to do with the ball at that point, you know.
Barring some major breakdown, but on a consistent.
No, there's always anomalies. I'm talking about in just general, you know.
General footballing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
There's going to be some stud pass rusher that's going to get through.
Oh, absolutely.
And then.
Or a corner where that they've got the, you know, you've got Dion on one side and they've double teamed your other receiver, and their linebackers they just have a good defense. You know, it's like, okay.
Oh, no, I mean, again, I'm talking about within a certain level of quality of skill, you know. But again, it kind of comes down to where if it's like, you know, more teams than not, you can't give them that 4 to 5 seconds. Okay, maybe, you know, against where we are, maybe we got a bunch of young guys, maybe, okay, all right, look, these guys can give you a pretty steady 4. Don't count on 5. We're gonna throw some, you know, people in the backfield for you. We're gonna do some things with, like, maybe not quite as long of a you know, a little bit of a faster drop step. You know, we're gonna do some things, maybe do a bit more in the shotgun to kind of get you back, you know, get you further back there a little bit more, so you have a little bit even more time, you know, stuff like that. You can kind of work around that, you know, and so that's where you got to figure that out. But if you're like going up against most teams, you know, especially guys like if you're going up against the 18th best defense and the line can't give him 3 seconds, then it's not the quarterback.
And that right there is why I still have some hope for DJ Jones. A little bit of hope, because truly, you have no idea how good he is. I don't think he's by he's not Eli. You know, I don't. At no point do I think that. I don't. You know, he's not Roethlisberger. He's not any of those guys. No, I don't. But I don't even know if he's top 10 quarterback in the league eventually. You know, does he have the potential to be a game manager? I don't know.
Well, that's another thing, right?
I can't tell any of these things.
But yeah, he can't be a game manager if you're giving him 2 to 3 seconds at best.
There's, at best, like,
you know,
2 to 3 seconds would have been ages for him. Now, yes, when he would take off, he was one of those that if he got touched for some reason, he just needed to roll the ball across the ground. He had that old Bill Cosby thing. I realized they weren't angry at me. They wanted the ball, so I gave it to him. He does have that knack. Him running and falling on his face. I mean, hey, everybody has probably run at some point, gotten their head over their feet just a little bit more. And if you haven't run and done it, you definitely, if you're a skier or anything like that, you've done it. Where you got your head just, you were running a little faster, your foot stubbed something, and you went down in a way that you were not expecting to.
Sure.
But that, you know, I don't know if you probably seen the play. It was on every blooper highlight there was. He broke out, and it was 80. He had an 80-yard touchdown. There was nobody around him. He broke out and ran. So he has the athleticism, which is weird because it's like Eli, but with athleticism. It's odd. Takes off running and has just nothing but green field in front of him. The closest guy is probably 15, 20 yards behind him. And kind of giving up. You know, kind of like, you get to that, okay, I'm gonna run it, but I'm not really gonna catch you. I'm not running to catch you. I'm more just jogging to the end zone along with you.
Right.
And he broke out, and then for some reason, I think the ground just reached up and grabbed his foot. And
was it? Oh, he was rolling a Char that game.
Yes, okay. Absolutely, yes. He was clearly was. Yeah, he was just running along. He was out in front and in the most goofy ball that you could possibly come up with when you're out by yourself. So it's stuff like that that has made him look extra stupid. And it's New York. I mean, hey, it's New York.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you better win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly. And you're a bum.
Yeah. And when they're trying to run everybody out of the place, Gettleman and people, the front office, they're trying to run all you, and you happen to be their boy. Not a lot of patience. New York is not known for a lot of patience. So,
right.
That's all part of it. With that said, every time he would take off, he would somehow want to turn the ball over. That he just can't have that. All right, what level am I right now? I am 29. Okay.
Yep. To answer. Oh, okay. Yeah. Go ahead, and then I'll get to your shotgun history lesson. Yeah. Actually, you know what? That's probably in the bad time to take a little pause for the cause.
Oh yeah.
In general.
Yeah.
And then maybe finish up this level set, and then see how we feel.
Yeah, I was gonna say I may get 30, and then I might call it just as kind of as a 10 level thing.
Nah, that makes sense. All right. Yeah, we'll take a quick little break, and we'll be right back.
Yep.
It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Just took a quick little break. Yeah, there we are. Took just like a half a second longer than normal for your
Yeah, it took me a second.
show
I
up.
started looking. I'm like, why is that not loading?
Why
Did I
did
stop
that not
it?
go?
Oh,
What happened? What happened? Well, what happened was.
what happened was. All right, let's see. We've got. How are you doing on armor? I'm not getting any drops from me.
Yeah, no, actually, I was going to talk to DA and see if he needed some stuff because I'm getting a lot of like
I've
scales.
got arms for him.
I've got a helmet for you. Need it?
Use it. Yeah.
I've got 2 helmets. How about that?
Hey.
Are you okay on weapons?
I could use another one.
Okay, I have
I got one purple, but the other one's yellow.
Double check. Yep, that one's purple. Okay, and then let me double see here. But what about gloves?
I need all
the things. All the things. Okay. All right.
Things.
Gotcha. Okay, so I will. That's.
How are you doing weapon?
I need a weapon. Let me see what I do. I have arms. I have legs. I have a hat.
What about
And
chest?
gloves. I need a chest piece.
Boots.
I need boots. And I need a actually no, I got gloves and a hat. So really, actually, yeah, that what you're giving me right there actually should hook me up. All right, let me give gloves, fist wrap. Let's see what else I got here. Got helmet. Okay, so you only need 1 weapon, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and then okay, so that's scale, cloth, and I got you the helmet. Okay, cool.
Those. Punch some stuff. It can punch me. Alright, Mauler staff. Okay. Yep, I'm all ready.
This. Yeah, I'm actually in pretty good shape.
Looks like DA's
Hey.
not back yet.
Yeah,
But he's not in group. He jumped out of group.
yeah. Oh, let me get speed. Ah, you're running so fast.
Oh, we just gotta keep that in mind when fighting.
My coconuts ain't as fast as your coconuts, apparently. I wonder if they make a pill for that.
I was thinking of all types of very inappropriate things when you said it the first time. It's like I just can't quite get the right phrasing, so I'm gonna just stay away from it altogether.
One of the little stuff that I get.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, I need kill this guy. I need to do a bunch of other buffages. Stuff that's hold up. Stuff I need to cast on you. Okay. We might luck out on the ads.
Yeah, we won't. We should be when it's just two of us, we're just getting one at a time. Barring I don't just run us into about 15 of them. But
Well, and some of them kind of hang. So you got those cherries. They some of them will hang out in the trees, and then one will come and it'll. I always bring an ad with it. Mm-hmm. Always bath on you, no matter what you do.
They're very good about rooting you.
Yeah, they're a pain in the ass. Okay, this should go pretty quick. Yeah, let me pull it. Just because I can I reach it? Nope, too far away. Hold up. And
I'm a real boy!
bill walkers are actually pretty tough in the right circumstances.
Set up,
you know.
right.
Not, you know, you gotta watch it, but.
Pay attention. What number was that?
That was 6, I believe.
All right.
And
Eight.
nice.
There's our 10.
Yep. And yeah, running around the tree, which even though it looks to be 3 feet across, is apparently 8.
Somehow, yes, you cannot get by the... I mean, we are in Hibernia, HIB land.
Yeah,
trees.
sure.
The whole tree hugging thing comes to mind, so... You will hug this tree no matter what. I don't care if you're in the middle of the road. You so help, you have to hug this tree.
Please, sir, please ensure that you give this tree the appropriate space it requires.
6 feet means 6 feet.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
It's so funny because you can tell, like, some of them, like, okay, yeah, I can, like, literally just walk across them, and even like some of the skinnier ones, no, right, no, it looks just like it's. No, I mean, it looks like it should, you know. I can halfway walk through the thing because it's just a little bump and I'm good. And then you get these ones where it's like
You just get caught on the edge of it.
It's if I was like get on the edge, it's like the edge is a good like 3 feet out from where the trunk
where the tree is.
actually is. So it's like, why?
Hey, it's 2001 Dark Age of Camelot. So what if my arm can go through this perfectly fine? Should be alright. Should be alright.
Yeah.
Do I have speed? I do.
Well, just the fact that this is also the same game where I could walk through you.
Yeah, that's always yeah. Yeah, see right here.
Yeah.
This is how far that tree comes out.
Exactly. Yeah. This is a perfect example. Fix your game, Mythic. Jake, I just know this guy is like, you realize
like, Mythic is, I don't think they, excuse me, I don't think that they own this name anymore. Sorry.
It's still their fault. This is their spaghetti code that we're dealing with.
Yes, exactly.
That is
very true.
It's still their problem. I've been screaming that out since 2001. I'm not stopping now.
But I only lived about an hour and a half away from where
I need to get a shirt that says like "Fix Your Game Mythic circa 2001" or no, EST established 2001.
See, I had to go look for one of those. That sounds like I'm gonna need to make some t-shirts.
Damn right. Damn right. Fix your game, Mythic.
That's it. That one definitely will be on it. We look into that at some point too.
Yeah. There's some, I know, like through Stream Elements in particular, they have a kind of a ready-made merch shop where you can actually put in logos and things like that. The big thing is just making sure you have like a logo that's the right resolution, like a good enough resolution and things like that to actually look good on it.
I toyed around with a logo a little bit. I don't know if I'm not very good at that type of thing. Let me rephrase, I'm actually really bad at that type of thing.
Well, I'm not that good either. That'd be something where we need to get like we would have to outsource a professional to come in and do something like that, you know.
Actually knows
what they're doing.
Stepdaughter? I forget the relationship. I think stepdaughter. I think that's right. Is in that field. She's
there you go.
She either just graduated or is about to graduate.
Oh, nice.
From Liberty. With,
nice.
With a degree in graphic design. Is that right? I think that's what that was.
Yeah. Yep.
That'd be one of those that they'd let me pass, but it would probably be more just to get me out of there. Like, he can't do this. He just shouldn't. We're going to just let him go.
Well, there is something to be. I know there's a couple of folks that I work with. They don't have the artistic skills, but they actually took some courses in graphic design, more so that they can better understand kind of the ins and outs of it, at least to some level. So then, as they're talking to people,
they can talk to
they can actually communicate to them a little bit more than, can I get this in the periwinkle blue?
Yeah.
The
thing, make it with the frilly.
Make it with this. The thing that does the thing. I don't understand what you don't understand what I'm talking about. Yeah. To that, they can understand kind of what's involved with it, so they can better understand like scoping of timelines. They can speak the lingo enough so that when they can speak to them, and even more importantly, they can at least have a good sense of what that person's telling them,
right? And
just little things like that. So they're working a lot with the branding and different stuff like that, to where they can work with it, you know, even if they're not necessarily like there's quite a few folks I know that, you know, they're more on the marketing side of things, but they're maybe more like copywriting side, but as part of their, like, when they got their degree, they took some graphic art stuff, you know, things like that, because yeah, it's two completely different worlds. Yeah, it's marketing, but it's a completely different mindset, a completely different skill set. Lingo, all of that, you know. Absolutely. And just kind of being able to understand the basics of, like, say what to do in like something like, say, like Photoshop.
Well, exactly. And timeline, like you were saying. I mean, even if you're project managing something, right? And yeah. Like, how long does it take to do something in Photoshop? It could take weeks. Good.
And it's like, I remember when I tried to do that stupid, crappy little thing that I pumped out that took me like 5 weeks to do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Given what we're asking you to do and the you know, the level of skill that this requires and blah 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 blah, you kind of get a handle, like, okay, no, they're not blowing smoke up my butt.
Oh, right. Yeah, exactly. This is legitimately going to take that long.
Right. Hey, Mr. Magic Tree.
That one let me go by.
Just kind of
just for that reason.
Yeah, you just hedged the screen there, and it just kind of.
All right, let's see. Should be.
Will it pass?
No,
Will
I
it
went
pass?
right through it.
Yep. Just kind of swam that shoulder over just enough to. Put it on sports folks. I'm sorry.
Thibodeau swim move.
I'm switching between the basketball words and the football words. I'm sorry. They're like it's all sports ball to us. We don't know anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, one more run, I'll do it.
Oh yeah.
Push us over.
Gets to the big 3-0.
Yep.
And it's interesting because I know we were doing the POC runs for a while there. I think if you have a large enough, you have like a full group of people, that seems to make a bit more sense. But yeah, if you're running a small group kind of thing, so you can only do up to 5 anyway, this definitely makes sense because by the time you get through POC, by the time you deal with any potential, you know, level 50s kind of camping the spot, trying to get people through, and then just all the back and forth of trying to get through, it's kind of like, oh, you know, you spend as much time trying to get set up if you can actually get a good spot than you were actually running the spot.
Yeah, once you were there, sure, you're 50. Like if you can get some quiet time.
If not, well, as long as nothing goes wrong with the polls,
that's not,
and things like that, then if you can get if you're lucky and nobody's kind of hanging around to look at the stuff, you can even park like 3 or 4 tunes in that room, and boom, like you're done, you know.
But good grief.
Yeah.
Like 2 hours of just, 2 hours straight of just trying to
trudging through it. Yeah. It can be a bit of a pill.
Especially for me, because it wasn't like I was running one of the 50s.
Higher end.
Yeah, so it was like, okay, I'm going to spend 2 hours to then spend 2 hours. But, don't get me wrong, easy XP. I cannot complain.
If you get it all set up, get everything working.
It's like I can't even help. I think that was the frustrating part for me. I couldn't help.
Yeah.
Like, I can't. I could be.
There's only so much you can do if things break down, and it's just
I couldn't help in any way. I couldn't help getting there. I couldn't help.
No,
like,
that's the only way running a low beat.
I'll watch the back of you. Okay,
yeah. That's probably better off at least running. If you get like any kind of a 50, then
and bring one.
So that way you can at least, and then even if you have your 50 out of group, or whatever, just so then you can help. I remember there's one time.
At band camp.
At band camp with the flute.
Yeah.
I couldn't get my healer. It was a straight up heal ward. He had nothing. His didn't really have any gear. He was. The one I have now. He's still 45. You know, he's kind of hanging out there because he's definitely a tune that you can't. It might be something special. If we get up and going, once we get up to that level, I might bring him on as a bot. You know,
teammate, but not a good solo player.
No, but I couldn't get through. Like between there was enough hassle from the PvP side of things, trying to get there, and then like we were so deep inside of POC as it was that it
couldn't get there anyhow.
Couldn't really easily get there.
So, and then on the Alp side, I've got my Pally who's still 44, I want to say, and my third who's 43. He's one level back or whatever my Pally is. I think it's 44 and 43.
Gotcha. That would be just like, this is where like if you get like a Harris or something like that, we get like a Paladin and a Warden
together.
Like again, you definitely need some DPS.
Sure.
To go along, but if you get like more of a you get a good, someone who really runs the Paladin right with a Warden at their back running PBT, can heal the buffs and just the different stuff that they can do, that insta hot that they can pretty much start off every, depending on how fast you're going, get it up most pulls. I mean, damn. You're kind of curious to see if the heal chant and that hot would stack.
Would cross.
Yeah. Later, man. Yeah, we're probably going to be hopping off here pretty soon, now that we've just leveled up.
I'm still watching you guys on my phone. I'm just going to smoke a cig real quick.
Good.
Nice, level 30.
There it is.
Don't train up. Heck yeah. Got all the points.
I need to respec. How do we respec in here?
I think that's something you need to go to your actual trainer for.
To do. Okay.
Or at least the master trainer. I mean, you might be able to do it here at this Alfgar guy. Over here by the well here. By the Slayers Guild dude. It's the master trainer. He's purple.
Oh yeah.
You might be able to do it at but you can't do it with the just the pull off. Yeah.
All respec changes. There's no second chances.
But I think you can do it as much as you.
And you can do it as many times as you can.
Exactly. Yeah. So they definitely work that in pretty well. They've got a lot of good like quality of life type stuff built into the setup.
So it was 30 magnetism, and I mean 50-50.
Again, so this was going off the live Dark Age, official Dark Age Discord. They were saying 50-50 fist mag. But That's not to say that that's necessarily the way to go here, because I don't know how much this deviates from live.
Yeah, no worries. I will give it a shot. Let's see.
Try it out. I mean, like I said, if you could respec as many times as you want, then why not?
Right,
You know?
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
Of course, now I've got to reset all of these.
Right. Yeah, that's the one thing.
It's still there. I see it.
But, yeah. I know it's the same skill that I
Just
had.
Right
I
there.
literally just had it. Why is this a problem? Okay, that for now. Right now, I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do. Right now, I'm keeping Arboreal Path and Scythe at the same level. Figure out how I want to go with that. Just plus and minuses to both. The 50 Scythe is pretty nasty, but Arboreal Path has a lot of like utility to it.
We will give magnetism some love. Alright, so got that still. Don't have this one.
Cool.
Magnetism.
That.
I don't even know why I'm up right now, man. I really don't.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I've had those nights where it's just why?
I'm still, and yet here I am. Alright,
I mean, I don't have to be at work till 3, but still.
Well, especially if you're already kind of running low on the sleep anyway.
Right.
That's where it's the worst, because you know you need the sleep regardless. But yeah, good luck actually getting it.
Right.
Alright. Close that, close that. Alright, well those are new.
Selling all my crap. So yeah, I think a lot of those, and probably why they're suggesting it, is because a lot of those are those PBAOE type deals, and some of them pulse, and you know, it's a little bit more geared towards that close range.
Right. Now we do have at least, maybe it'll be a little bit of area we can fight more than one thing at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so let's see what we got here.
Trade-off being you gotta watch it, because
yeah,
mezzes and don't want to end up shooting yourself in the foot because you're holding a bunch of stuff around you that you didn't want to.
Oh, and these just keep going, it looks like. Okay.
Yeah, they're the pulses. So it's kind of like, did you play Reaver at all?
No.
Okay. So what'll happen is if you set up a pulse, it'll just go. It's almost like that pulsing blade turn. You know how it'll just go off.
Yeah.
It'll just they'll just keep rolling on how many seconds that they hit, and you have to press it again to cancel it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I died there just because I was kind of goofing off and looking at the other stuff. Okay. Why can I not get advantage?
Oh, the combat. There's like a if you're in combat sickness, it'll.
Yeah. Come back here and pray. Now, because I'm one of those types of people, I have to now finish, come back and kill this thing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. So let's call it here.
Yeah.
10 levels tonight. It's not too bad. Not too shabby.
No, I can, what I can do, I'm not likely going to be able to get on Tuesday.
Okay.
Pretty dang sure I'm not going to get on Tuesday.
We could, go ahead.
Well, what I was going to say was what we could shoot to do is, maybe kind of on our own try and get through to 40.
Okay.
And then by next Saturday, then we can push to get 40 to 50. Now, all that saying, now, again, probably more than likely, we're shooting this to be more kind of a practice run, especially for you kind of get more used to Mauler.
Right.
So then we want to hop over to live.
Right.
And use it for more of like a, and then, you know, get going. And that way you can really kind of get a handle of, okay, one, is the class worth spending, like, or can I, you know, pop onto something I already have, or like something I can actually hop onto, or you know what I mean?
Well, on live, it does take a while to level too, so that's.
Oh, I know it's terrible, but it's just more. You just got to pay for the sub to get the Mauler.
Yeah,
it's not the time. That's more of what it is. It's not the time sink. It's just, you know, whether you can hop onto something you already have or load up something that you can.
Do I restart the
subscription
4 month or the 4 month countdown? Excuse me.
Oh, right.
Start the subscription, yeah. It's that 4 month cooldown. So
right.
I could always start it on the other account, and I might do that, to be honest with you. I might, if I start one, I may start it on the other account.
Sure.
And then bring it on and see, maybe almost have them alternating.
There you go.
Should I need to? So go figure it out.
Yep. And then, yeah, once you get that set up, then, you know, because like I said, my guy is, also, if you want a cape, you can get one at this dye merchant over here. Because, you know.
Yeah, it does look weird.
You know. Although I will say, you want to talk about looking weird, then putting a cape on a bull is... But it's still, yeah. Even with it down, it just looks more natural. And pretty much,
what does the hood look like? I was gonna say, there's no way this hood's gonna go over those horns.
It just kind of, covers the back of your neck. Yeah.
That's really all it is there. All right. Let's see. Where is?
Yeah, I'm not gonna dye any of my armor until I get up to 50, but
sure.
I pop something onto, and the dye it doesn't seem to matter. What it is, just pick whatever color you want. I think it's all free.
Oh, gotcha.
Like, you don't have to worry about like the enamel versus leather dye versus cloth, all that crap. There you go.
We gotta try to stay on brand here.
There you go.
That's orange technically.
Yeah, it's orange enough.
Okay. Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Nice.
Cool.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll get with this. I can solo this guy enough. I can get through these quests. Yeah. between like now and Saturday, I should be able to get them before. And then even if it's like, you know, low 30s or whatever, too far off. I mean, high 30s. I mean, I won't be too far off. And then go through from there. And then yeah, I think it's really more a matter of just getting figuring out if you want to move on with this character live, because I'll play my Veil Walker all day.
Oh, right.
It's probably one of my favorite classes in HIB.
Because how many people are on right now? So let's see. How do we do that again? It's not stats. I always type stats. It's info. No.
It might be server info.
Yep, there it is. Yeah, so 42 players on ALB, 26 and even 26 on mid and HIB.
Yeah, for a total of 94.
Yeah.
Right now, I think the big thing is that we unfortunately miss the hotspot.
I was gonna say, and also it is 3 a.m. So there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me. 1 a.m. for you. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the European players, that's even later.
Mm-hmm.
So really you're looking at like West Coast, the States.
Yeah, you're heading that direction.
Yeah. Because then by the time you get far enough back, you actually already kind of going forward in time again by the time you get to the international time zone shift. So yeah, you're really kind of starting to kind of hit the tail end of the folks that are going to be on.
We're ending around the time people might consider starting back up over in Europe. So
sure.
What, 5 hours? 5 hours in some places.
London's
for you.
5 hours. Yeah, for East Coast, about 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's 8 o'clock. 8 a.m. So, yeah.
If they're playing till like 2 a.m. their time, they're not getting up at 8.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Well, cool.
All right, man.
All right. Well, I'll holler at y'all, everyone, later on. We will be back. I'll pop in at some point during the week, but we'll play it a little bit by ear this week. It's going to be a little dicey, but yeah, we'll figure it out. So even if I'm not playing Dark Age, I may hop on. I haven't played Zelda in a long time.
Oh, there you go.
I'm positive. Yeah, I gotta find that.
When's that Sith? When's that Harry Potter game coming out again?
Holiday 2022. So
Okay.
Probably either I'm expecting either Halloween or Christmas.
All right. Ian's got between now and probably like the end of October, first part of November. Got like 9 movies to go through, man.
Yep.
So we were talking about, are they like normal length movies, or are they the?
No.
3.5
hours.
Huh?
But like they're like 3 is probably a good
Per movie?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you watched one per, like, every couple of weeks, you could get there. And I guarantee you're talking about how, like, it kind of starts kind of like kids, like, oh, it was, Titans, or like Smallville, where it kind of starts maybe a little kiddie school kind of, you know, and then it starts to get, real quick. Yeah, that's how Harry Potter is.
Well, okay, which is the reason I never watched it. To be
Get
honest.
through the first couple of movies. Get through the first couple of movies.
And anybody in chat, yes, I've never watched Harry Potter.
And then it will start to, and then you're going to kind of start to get into kind of some of the, understand that they're basically effectively in a high school. or like a it actually starting like probably more like a kind of a tail end of elementary, middle school, and then kind of going into high school as it goes through. They're effectively high school students around the time that it ends. But yeah, it starts to get like, but it's starting to tail end. It kind of gets to the point where it really doesn't matter how old they are. The situation's just what it is, and they're the people in it.
The one stopping it. Yeah.
It's like, and it's
yeah.
just it's again, it starts to get real. I'd say like goblet. Like that's where it's just it's a whole different situation. Everything got like.
I like the ride at Universal Studios. It's very nice.
Well, there you go.
There's all the more reason to go watch the movies.
Yeah, there you go.
I had no idea what any of that stuff was happening, but it was an excellent ride. It was really a lot of fun. Right up until the part where my phone kept wanting to slide out of my pocket and I couldn't quite reach it. Then I was just paranoid throughout the rest of that ride.
I hate that. I hate that.
That was
See, that's the beauty of it.
That comes down to that whole.
When I go to Disneyland, I'm going to Disneyland in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And Universal, we're going to hit up Universal during that trip too, because we're right there. So my wife cannot ride any roller coasters. It's like an inner ear thing. She cannot do it. So I can like any shit that I'm worried about falling out of my pockets or whatever, I just give to her. Me and the kids will go ride the rides.
Yeah.
And then,
So you said for my birthday, since my birthday is May 30th, you said you're going to buy me a Harry Potter one from Universal? Is that what you said?
I heard.
I could get one, and I could get one and like raffle it off stream.
I better have like 100%.
It's like we're gonna make this big. How many channels? It's like
100 people show.
It's like a ticket. What we're gonna do, how you do it is you base, like, if you can figure out how to base the amount of tickets to go into the raffle based off channel points.
Oh yeah, bro, I got enough. Trust me.
That bitch is mine.
Hell yeah, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The Kentucky Derby today shows that the odds don't mean anything. Just saying. I really need to learn how to do betting. No, this is actually the reason I don't need to. This is one reason I do not do that. That's the exact reason. Because I would bet that every single time. Like, oh, which one is the most money I can win? I will bet for that one. I will lose money almost always. So, except for the one time every 15, 20 years.
See,
but by then I wouldn't have any money. So,
so we don't turn this into another 2-hour discussion on
I totally understand.
Bet placing. Only thing I would say, the quickest way I would. It's a horrible oversimplification, but it's kind of like playing the stock market. Like, you're better off kind of doing some diversified bets where you have some, not necessarily you figure, how much money I'm just gonna walk away from in 1 second and not sweat about. Okay, then throw it on the high risk, high reward runs. And then diversify out in some more mid-level, kind of middling level bets. Kind of, again, ideally do your research, figure out what's going on, what you think, who's got the hot streak right now. So it's like horse betting, that kind of thing. Who's got the hot streak right now? Who's running well? Who's run well in certain conditions, certain tracks, blah 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 blah, and then and then you kind of figure out maybe a smattering of kind of safe bets, and then you just diversify your portfolio and kind of walk away. But ultimately, at the end of the day, when it comes to that kind of thing, you don't put any money on the table that you can't kiss goodbye.
Pretty much.
As soon as it leaves your hands.
Yeah.
That's really what
Don't play with your house money. Don't play with your food money.
Yeah. That's the horse track in a nutshell.
Pretty much. That's
you know?
Yeah.
I don't care if you're in Jersey. I don't care if you're in Kentucky.
Nah,
you know, it really. I mean, the scope of it may get bigger.
The Bulls and Knicks and yeah.
Well, no. I mean, but I mean, the part of not leaving with any money you can't walk away from. That's universal. But as far especially kind of like that diversification. Now, I mean, even with like some like sports betting too, it's a slightly different approach, but overall it's a similar kind of scheme, especially like long-term type betting, like where you're like betting every week. Some of the online stuff's they've kind of flipped things on its head, but you know, old school sports betting is a similar kind of approach. You would have a certain amount of money, you'd put kind of on a high risk, high reward side, and you'd have kind of a smattering of kind of at the like different levels from there, and then maybe a couple bets kind of just tossed in just to see if maybe recoup some of the losses that you know you're going to get in the middlings, unless you get really lucky. But some of the mid-level ones, if you do enough of those and spread it out, you can even, you can lose all of the big bet, but almost make back what you spent.
Sure. Breaking even is
at the very least.
The best way to go.
At the very least, yeah. But you don't want to. No, you don't want to put all your money in the high risk, high reward side of it.
Oh, absolutely.
Unless you really just got some major inside info or just a good kind of, something where it's like, okay, the odd, like where you can catch it before the odd shift. Someone goes down, get an idea. Like, especially, again, it's harder to do now with the internet because the information's so instantaneous. But back in the day,
you get it. Oh yeah,
everybody has it. But back in the day, you might be able to get some scoop on something, and then you might be able to,
your brother's friends,
make
cousins,
a bet on something, and then, But it's nowadays is a little trickier. You kind of really got to play the statistics and the numbers a lot more. Heck, even poker's changed. The way poker's played now is just a completely different game because of the online poker plays where you're playing against, live players and bots and stuff like that. That's even impacted how people play poker live. There's a lot more analytics even going into live poker playing, whereas before it was a mix of a science and an art, where it has become even much more of a science now. But anyway, this is gambling with Getting Worked Pod.
Yo, speaking of, we haven't done any of our Drunk Uno or Among Us or anything, bro.
We haven't been on. None of us have been on.
Bro,
we gotta.
If y'all would have hit me in Discord, like, yo, Drunk Uno, hop on, I'd have been like, fucking bet.
It's like done and done.
All right, we'll have to set that up.
We need to pick a June, July, somewhere
Saturday night and just do
Saturday night, and do it out in front, like lead time, so that
yeah.
we can plan for it.
All right. Yeah, it's one of those things you got to put a date in the calendar, or it's just not going to happen.
Because otherwise, it's one of those we'll talk about, like, oh, we need to do it, but it's hard to.
Well, tag a bunch of people in your guys' Discord.
Yeah.
I know. Ollie said she would be into it. Tag Zip, tag a bunch of people in its own subcategory, and say, all right, Uno, Among Us, whatever, and then what day would be good for you guys, or like. You know what I mean? What time, what day, and then we can go from there.
Right.
We just got to get the ball rolling on it.
I agree. That's the hardest part usually.
It always is.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks, everyone who hopped on. Hope you guys have a great rest of the weekend.
Yeah.
And like I said, we'll say Ian will be hit or miss. He may hop on, maybe do a little something.
Yeah.
Online.
I might do some Breath of the Wild. I haven't played Breath of the Wild in a while.
Nice.
Okay. You know what I really should play? I should play some Mario Kart, because I don't think I've done Mario Kart since the new tracks have come out.
You did that one time.
But then
even more tracks came out.
Yeah, because they hadn't actually come out when I was doing it. I was kind of leading up. I was gonna do those to like lead up to it, and then that was when the whole computers. I was switching over. I hadn't got the new computer.
No, you did it. I know you did the one that was like the cop. You did the one on stream where you did it was like cops and Rogers. You actually got into like there was like a jail. And
I don't think I had the new computer at that point.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah,
that
yeah.
was the night I couldn't break. I was having trouble on my end seeing because the
connection wasn't working. You had the new tracks, but you didn't have the back end working right. Okay, I got you.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
But just something. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
All right, but we'll definitely be back next Saturday for sure.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. This is Getting Work signing out.
Later, fam.